quick little disclaimer, guys. I completely recorded, edited, rendered, and uploaded this video once, and then this update that you see on screen came out from Perboso in development updates. So take what I say in this video with a pinch of salt. It may well be changing very, very shortly, which is really exciting. This is into community, and it's going to be tweaking some more things. But yes, I hope you enjoy the video regardless. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. So today we are playing on the very newly released track Paris MX, which is another track by Rock Chalice. He's made so many tracks at this point, it's hard to keep track of them all. However, this track is it's an IRL track, and it used to be, well, it's not open anymore. It seems to be shut down in 2015, I believe, looking at the MXB mods post. However, it is a track in Paris, Texas. I had no idea that there was a Paris in Texas, just European things. Please don't slate me for my state knowledge. I do apologise. But I thought today what I would try and do, obviously in amongst the whole beta 17 discussion and people saying the bikes are a lot slower, I wanted to try the 250s out, because 250s are something that I used to main quite hard, and especially more so this bike. If anybody remembers, I used to absolutely love the TM250. I have no idea how it came to be that I started riding it back in the day, but I won a fair few Supercross races on it. And then I remember when I was going back and doing my 250 shootout video a while back, I discovered that it was actually the heaviest bike in the class, and it made me kind of surprised, or even more surprised, that I won a few Supercross races on it, honestly. And I know there's a very small amount of people that probably mess with the TM or so, but back then when I started winning races on it, it was quite nice to see more and more of them popping up in lobbies. It's just quite nice to see the effect that you can have if you're somewhat decent at the game and you do well on a certain bike. And I feel like people nowadays, they tend to be a bit sheepish, but and just kind of follow what the best people do. But then at the same time, it could open more people's eyes to what bikes are actually viable. And TM's bike that I've always enjoyed, it always stays very, very planted in corners, obviously because of its weight, but it does lack on the power end a little bit. So you really have to try and carry your momentum a lot, and just think about your riding, be as smooth as possible. And I feel like that's more my style, was trying to be as smooth as I can. But I suppose as well, the point of today's video is, oh, let me get over that. There we go. Is as well is just really fine-tuning the whole beta 17 way of riding. Pretty sure I've got the corners down pat for the most part now. It's just working out what I do in the air, and I wanted to kind of say this early-ish on, but hopefully not everyone's clicked off the video by now, just to kind of reiterate what's happened with the air physics in the game currently. And please, I want you to listen to this entire statement before you kind of go and leave in a comment prematurely. Please do listen to the whole of it, and I hope that I can convey it in a way that is easily understandable. So I've been speaking to Rubes, and for those who don't know, Rubes has been around MX bikes since very, very, very early on, and quite often is in contact with the developers, so both Perboso and Snap as well. And from what I can understand, the in-air physics from beta 16 and beta 17 are unchanged. Now listen, please don't go and comment just yet. Please listen to what I have to say here. They are unchanged. The only difference that's happened is the invisible assist that used to help us bring back our whips has now been removed. However, what that means is now that the actual in-air physics, I guess you can call it, like the gyro system as such, it turns out that itself is actually the problem. That problem still existed in beta 16, however the assist that we had essentially masked it and covered it up. Now that that's been removed and this issue with the gyro has come to light, the developers can now work on that issue and make the in-air physics better. So, for those of you that are saying that you're happy with how the ground stuff feels, I'm in agreement with you. I think the on-ground stuff is much, much better now. I like the traction. I like that it's easier to brake traction. I like that the bikes have been made a little bit slower, because I do think they was a little bit too fast before. The air physics that 99.9% of people, I think, can agree feel a little bit funky right now, that is going to be changed. Now, I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm not a game developer myself. I know that there's probably a lot of hard work that goes into these things. I do not think it's going to be a case of they're just going to revert back to having that assist on, because that would then, I believe, change how the ground feels as well. Everything has like a I don't know if a butterfly effect is the right word to use, but everything has a knock-on effect from each other. So if you change one thing, that will affect something else. Everything kind of works together in tandem. So essentially what you can take away from it is a problem has been discovered by removing this assist, that problem is going to be looked into and modified and altered and then updated, hopefully sometime soon. So what you'll find is the ground stuff should hopefully stay the same as it is in beta 17 right now. However, the in-air physics will be tweaked moving forwards. So for everyone saying that the game is absolutely ruined and the game is broken, I mean, I'm riding around right now absolutely fine, no issue at all, just playing the game. And you still can play the game, you still can enjoy the game. The only thing that you can't really do right now is, I know what some people enjoy the game for, is just getting absolutely upside down and getting backwards in the air and being able to bring it back. That is a lot harder to do now. However, that is an effect of the gyro being slightly broken, and that will be fixed. And some people might moan that, oh, they should never have removed the assist, but I think removing assists from a simulator game is a good thing. And if it was never removed, we never would have found out about this issue. And what I think happens is, by discovering this problem itself and then being able to work on this problem, you, in the long run, will make a better game. And that's what I'm quite hopeful for. I mean, I'm still enjoying the game, riding around right now. Sometimes, of course, it can be a little bit frustrating, crashing on jumps that you never usually crash on, for example. But as well as it's a new learning experience for me. And when you're someone like me who's, as I say, invested a lot of time into the game, you're about 1,000 hours in, and then the game suddenly changes how it feels, like completely, it can be a bad thing, it can be a good thing. It depends who you are, really. I know some people that almost feel like their 1,000 hours of gameplay has been wasted now that that's all gone out the window. Some people like it and accept the challenge, and I know it's not going to be like this forever by any means. It is going to change now that that gyro issue has been found and can start being worked on. One thing that I would like to kind of bring to people's attention, that you're more than welcome to disagree with me, and but I tried mentioning it in Discord the other day, and it wasn't met very well. But if you play games like CS:GO, or you play a game like Call of Duty, imagine if you was a quote-unquote pro in those games, and let's take Call of Duty for example. You get used to like a game's, like how the guns handle, how the movement is, and then a year later it completely changes to a different game and like different guns and so on and so forth, and they don't complain as such. They find what works best and adapt to it and play each game to the best of their ability. Same as in CS, you know, you can spend thousands of hours learning the recoil control of all the guns, only for then the developers to change the recoil patterns of certain guns, and all of that muscle memory that you've learned over the years has just gone out the window and you have to pick it up again. And those are things that do happen and has happened. So to see so much negativity towards Piboso and him trying to better the game, it's just a bit disheartening to see. And I can't speak for the man himself, like, only he knows what's going on in his brain, but I refuse to believe, if you are someone in his position and you know how much potential your game has, that you would intentionally go out of your way to make a game worse. He's doing things to try and better the game for us, and sometimes you hit something, sometimes you strike gold, sometimes you miss. And for me, in beta 17, the ground is an absolute hit, the air is a very slight miss, but that is something that can be fixed moving forwards. And I hope that I sound fairly reasonable when getting that across. I hope that that's understandable to you guys, and now you know why the air feels different. And yeah, I can't really say it many other ways, and I am sorry that like literally the last 3 or 4 videos that I've released, I think I must have been talking about beta 17 as a whole, but it's just kind of a hot topic right now, and it's really hard to sometimes get across your message in words. And I'm getting a hell of a lot of comments still saying the game is broken, like why is anybody still playing it? And I just feel like that in itself is just such a negative thing. Like if people are still playing the game and still enjoying the game, just let them be. Don't tell them what they should think. Like it's down to personal preference at the end of the day. If you yourself aren't enjoying it, then nobody is forcing you to play it. You're more than welcome to go and play Sim. Like I've seen a few people say that they're stopping playing and going back to Sim. You're more than welcome to do so. I myself, I'm still enjoying it. I mean, how long have I been riding around now? I've been riding around for about 9 minutes, and obviously I zone out when I'm playing, so I have no idea actually what's going on. But I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I've actually crashed. It's been fairly straightforward, you know. I've been throwing whips and stuff and things like that, and I know people were saying that, oh, it's motocross is much easier, it's supercross where it really matters, but I don't mind the supercross being difficult. It's meant to be difficult, for crying out loud, and it will only get better over time once the in-air stuff is adjusted slowly as well. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful more than anything, and I hope that way I've kind of relayed this information to you, I hope it's easily understandable. I hope that you guys can kind of take that information and learn from it and work with the game and try and find something that works a bit better for you. If not, by all means, just go and play what you do enjoy and wait until the game has changed slightly and it's more fun for you. But for the time being, I'm not going to be changing anything. I'm still going to be playing the same game. I still enjoy the game. I'm still going to be playing Sim every now and then just because you guys really enjoy the videos on it, which I'm very, very grateful for as well. But overall, I've not lost faith in the game by any means. If anything, I can't, in some aspect, I suppose I kind of liked the drama a little bit because I got a hell of a lot of views the other day. I really can't lie, boys. It was quite nice to see them numbers flying up. But yeah, hopefully this has been a bit more of an information video than anything. I have no idea what I'm going to call this, but yeah, as I hope you've enjoyed it. I mean, the whole point as well of this video was to test out the 250, and honestly, it really doesn't feel much slower, if any slower, than it used to be. It's the first time riding a 250 since the new traction's come to play, and I feel like 450s have definitely been hit harder. Obviously, where they've got more power, they are much more prone to wheel spinning and such, and then losing that drive, whereas the 250s definitely seem to hook up a bit more, and yeah, the 250s, they feel okay. Obviously, my opinion will change drastically as soon as I hop into some Supercross, I guarantee it. But then at the same time, I don't ride 250s in Supercross, so it doesn't really apply to me as much. So yeah, I really don't mind it, and I hope you guys have kind of taken on board what I've said here and understand the explanation as such. Thank you very much, Rock Chalice, for releasing this track, by the way. It's a very, very fun track, very local cross style, but then obviously being a replica of a real track, that's probably exactly what it is. Really, really fun track. The only thing that I have negative to say about it, actually, is the ground textures. It makes my eyes go a little bit funny. I'm not sure how YouTube's going to handle it once it compresses it down, but where the ground's so high detailed in texture, it sometimes goes a little bit fuzzy when you're moving really, really fast. But other than that, the track is really, really good. The jumps are really, really good size. You can get sideways on a couple of them. The roll-in sections are really nice to try and find a flow as well. And I just think you've done a really, really good job. So thank you very, very much. I always enjoy your track releases. I'm pretty sure I've done a few of them on this channel by now. I'm pretty sure actually my very first quote-unquote track walk was actually on a Rock Chalice track. So yeah, I guess it's kind of where it started as well. And I think that'll do it for me today, boys. I'm going to try not to be ranting on about Beta 17 too much in every single video. I really wanted to kind of get my thoughts across again, especially as things change and develop over the coming days and so. But let me know if you've enjoyed the video. I always appreciate reading through your comments and seeing actual feedback, not just this is trash or whatever. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We're really, really doing well right now, growing astronomically every day, like 60, 70, 80 subs a day. It's just insane. So thank you everyone so much, and most importantly, as I say in every single video, enjoy the rest of your day, and until I catch you guys in the next video, peace.
My tent way too damn dark, laugh in your face like man dark. Came a long way from the bad days way back, had to burn down that landmark. Seen some things I ain't really want to see, it's all good, that's what made me me. Now who would I be if I had it easy? Used to break down, now I'm in a 350 like whoa. I've been laying way too low, had to switch up and change my flow, cause I'm back from the block, had to bust some rocks and dust off the dust to get back in the box. Now why you wanna